This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Welcome to Perry Central High School, site of the 28th annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic. I am joined by Matt Jones of Kentucky Sports Radio, a Mountain native yourself from Middlesboro down in Bell County. And Matt, the big news of the weekend from Kentucky on the football side of things, Vince Morrow staying with Kentucky, saying no to Michigan. What is the significance of him staying at UK and turning down a program like Michigan?
I think it's huge. Vince Morrow is the key to the UK recruiting. About 30% of UK's commitments have come from Ohio. If they lose him, I think they lose the thing they're doing best, which is recruiting. So I think it was crucial they kept him, and they made a statement. Even if Michigan comes after one of our guys, we can keep him.
Also on the football side of things, later this week, running back Damian Harris out of Madison Southern, #1 running back in the country, making his decision. Kentucky, Alabama, Ohio State on his radar. How big is that is Friday for Kentucky football?
I said earlier, I think, and people watching this will know him, I think Damian Harris may be the best player from the state of Kentucky since Tim Couch. And that's a pretty strong statement, but I actually believe it's true. He's got the two schools that probably produced running backs, Alabama and Ohio State, going up against Kentucky. I like UK's chances, but I'm not confident. Had you asked me a week ago, I thought he was going to Kentucky. Now I think it's close, but he is a huge talent. If he comes, it'll be a big deal.
Basketball-wise, the men's team ranked #1 in the country. Another unanimous #1 this week. Opens SEC play tomorrow against Ole Miss in Lexington. Is there anywhere in the SEC that they could maybe trip up in this talk of perfection, maybe quiet down a little bit? SEC's down this season.
I mean, they always could lose. They still play. But if you ask me to pick a game, it's hard to find one. They go to Florida, they go to Georgia, South Carolina, LSU. Those teams are decent. But I don't know. I mean, these guys are good. And the good thing about it is they play defense. And unlike if you're a great shooting team, you might get cold. But if you play defense, there's no reason you can't play defense every game. I think they probably lose one because just timing or probability, but I don't know who. I mean, I think they're a lot better than everybody else.
But we appreciate you taking time. I know you're a busy man. You got the scholarship banquet to get to. You're the guest speaker over there. So we will let you get out of here. We appreciate you taking some time talking to Kentucky sports. A big week for the Wildcats this week. Matt Jones, Middlesboro native of Kentucky Sports Radio. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Now back to the event of the week, the YMT Classic right here at Perry County Central. We go back to a couple of years ago. Hazard and Harlan County met in the first round in an instant classic. That is tonight's Food City Mountain Classic Flashback. Hazard and Harlan County met in what would be an instant thriller in the first round of the 2012 Mountain Basketball Classic. The two teams were evenly matched, but in the second half, it was a one-sided affair with the Bulldogs leading by 15 early in the third. But James Bond would cap off a 25-6 run with a putback at the third quarter buzzer to give the Black Bears a 4-point lead heading to the fourth. And in the final quarter, Hazard would lead by as many as 5 and led by 3 until Alex Sargent tied it up with less than 5 seconds to play.
Counting comes to Sargent. Top of the key three, Sargent. Wow. He nails it with 2 seconds.
But that would be too much time for Josh Holland and the Bulldogs.
And it's going to come in to Holland. Holland fires a long one.
Oh my gosh!
What a final shot by Holland.
How about this week's UPike Top Play nominees? We begin in Jenkins. Alexa Stambo gets the block against Clintwood, Virginia. Brittany Sexton finishes the break with an and-one layup for the Lady Cavaliers. At Knox Central, Matthew Barger gets the layup for the Panthers and then gets the steal off the inbounds and takes it in for another 2 points in a win over Pineville. At the 15th Region All-A, off the opening tip, Dante Hendricks of Paintsville goes right in for the layup versus Allen Central. To the girls tournament, Taylor Rowe of Shelby Valley gets the steal versus Prestonsburg and in one motion fires a pass to Sydney Jones for the score inside. Kaylee Moore of Allen Central doing it all for the Lady Rebels, gets the block against Pieris, grabs the ball and takes it in herself for the layup at the other end. Same game, Kelsey Parsons nails a three-pointer from straight away to beat the buzzer. Now to vote for the UPike Top Plays of the Week, just click the link on the sports page at WYMT.com. And some late breaking news in the sports world. Sean Hager has resigned as head coach of Sheldon Clark, the football program, after 11 seasons. Much more on that story coming up later on tonight at 11.